guys, we are back with another video. Today, I wanted to just make something that's really helped me in life. And for those of you guys who don't know, I used to be a gamer and a bartender. I used to play WoW. And if you look back through my old videos on this channel, obviously I took about an 11-year break or something like that. But I was in real life doing real shit. And I just wanted to explain to you guys, anyone who's maybe struggling with this, I didn't have any of this stuff when I was doing my own thing. Right, when I was first starting. So what I want to talk to you about today is just basically how to vet and figure out what you want to do in real life and relating that to gaming. So the biggest thing I can tell you is when I was doing World of Warcraft, right? Like, gosh, I'm trying to remember. I think Icy Veins was a thing. Right, still is. Yeah, so like I would go to Icy Veins and I would look up WoW. And I would look up the mage guides, right? Like classes. I'm stupid. Arcane mage, right? Or fire mage or whatever. And I would go through and do this. I would look at parses, right? I would look at all the different content creators. I go on YouTube and type in arcane mage. Right? War Within, whatever the fucking thing is, right? And I would look through all of this stuff and I would learn and I would learn and I would learn and I would learn and I would learn. And that's how I figured out basically how to play the game. That's how I learned. I followed, I watched the best streamers who were playing mage. I think Blatty at the time was playing for one of the top guilds. I remember, I think it was a Method back in the day. I remember just watching some of the old school top mages, and I would watch their streams, I would watch their VODs, I would watch their guides, I would do all of this, and I would go through their parses. I'd see, okay, what are their stats? How many times are they casting this on this fight? Where are they at? What's their movement? What's their placement? And I'd study and study and study and study and study and study and study. Well, now it's easy, right? I want to learn about starting a whatever you're passionate about, right? Like, I want to learn about opening a brick and mortar, let's just say business. Who are the top YouTubers to follow to help teach me? Right? Like, this is what you can do now, which is crazy because back when I was around, like, this didn't even happen, right? It didn't exist. And now it does, right? So now it'll go through and like you can type in, I want to become a marketer. I want to become a this. I want to become a that, right? Like, what are the top people using? Who are the top people to study? And you take those same skills that I took from World of Warcraft, I just put it in for gyms, right? So obviously chat's being chat right now. But if I typed in, let's go to a new chat. If I type in, I want to open a gym, or you know what I mean? Like, I get stuck at like, how do I get people to come to my gym? Who are the best at grand opening marketing? Right? And you can go through and find all this free information and study it and go. But what I would tell you guys is do the same thing you would do with a video game, but vet the other people, right? So if I was looking at mages and I saw some dude streaming on like how to play a mage back in the day, but he wasn't end game rating, I wouldn't take his advice that seriously. If I wanted to get really good at Last Epoch or any of these ARPGs, I can go to Maxroll. I can look at who the guide writers are. I can go on YouTube. I can find the different creators and see like, okay, are they pushing 1,000 corruption? Are they winning leaderboards? Are they doing right? Like, who are the top of the top players? And then once you start going down the path, you start, in games, you have to do the work, right? You have to play to be able to follow the advice. Business and real life are exactly the same way. You have to play and follow the advice to see what works and what doesn't for you. And eventually you're going to get to a point where your questions start getting smarter and your problems that you get to become more advanced. And then you get into a point where you have to pay people, right? Like, if back in the day when I was playing mage, if I said, hey, Blatty, I want you to come raid with me and teach me how to play a mage on every single fight, what would your time be worth to do that? And he said, $1,000. And I said, okay, bet. Am I going to get better for that $1,000 spent? Probably. Could I measure the difference? 100%. Right? Like you can measure parses, you can measure DPS, you can measure uptimes, you can measure spell cast, positioning. All these things can be measured. And doing anything in real life is the exact same. The problem is most people think that there's some disconnect. And in reality, there's not. And one of the things that I really hope for all of you guys is that no matter what you want to do, that you actually go try it and you actually go attempt it and you actually start down the leveling journey of whatever it is you want to do. I was blessed enough have been a personal trainer, to have been a bodybuilding champion before I started YouTube and video games and all that. And then I had a friend who started a gym and needed my help. And from there, we went on to open multiple locations. I moved down to Florida. I opened all my locations. I've sold a couple of the locations. I've franchised. I've developed supplement companies. I've developed all these things from the information. So like, that's my game. Like my game is real life. Right now, I love video games to escape. And I love video games to give my brain a break. Like this morning, to give you an instance, I get up every day at 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I live in Southwest Florida. Okay. I get up every fucking day at 2 o'clock in the morning. My alarm goes off at 2. Most days I wake up before my alarm goes off. I get up. The dog follows me out. I got a Cane Corso. I make her go outside and use the bathroom. Come back in. She goes back to bed with mom. I sit down on my computer. I clear out my emails. I get my schedule for the day of what I need to get accomplished that day. And then typically depending on how many orders I have to go fill for supplements and before I work out, depends what time I leave. If I have 10 minutes to play games, I'll play 10 minutes of games in the morning. I'll turn on mod stream or I'll turn on a YouTube video, and that's, it's my time to just, okay, let's wake up. Let's get our brain going. We got a plan for the day. Let's go. And then I'm off to work. I go pack orders. I go get my workout in. That's what I do. Right. And then I go to work. I train sessions. I go to meetings. I do whatever I got to do. And then my goal is that by 1 o'clock, from 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock, I try not to schedule anything so I can stream. Right. Like today, perfect example. I'm recording videos today. Why? Because I have a conference I have to go speak at over the next weekend. So I have to put out content and then schedule it out for the next couple of days and then get it into my shorts program. And then every morning when I wake up, when I'm at work, I got to go do that. And then I have another marketing meeting for another company that we're getting ready to launch on Friday while I'm actually at a speaking conference. I have to step out to take this onboard marketing meeting because it's the only time we can get it done in the next 2 weeks. This is how you take gaming and you apply it to real life to level up. I'm not telling you to do what I do right now. That's not how I started. I started by working for somebody and learning and asking questions and putting in the work and getting feedback and measuring data and getting better at the data, right? What was the pertinent data? It's the same exact mindset in gaming as it is in business, as it is in life. And I hope that you guys truly, truly get everything that you want in life. And that to me, if one of you guys come back in 5 years, 10 years, and you say, you know what, man, you put out that video, something clicked with me and I went out and created this and this and this, and thank you for that. Dude, it was all worth it, bro. It was all worth it. Just one person. And that's what you guys don't understand, man, is you don't create a life of anything or achievement on Twitch, on YouTube, and business, in real life, anything, without doing it one thing at a time, right? How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Start eating. Start going. Start down the path. Change one life. The ripple effect of that one life, you have no idea what could become of that. No idea. And I promise you, it's worth it. It's worth it to do it. It's worth it to keep going. This message was on my heart today. I hope that some of you guys appreciate it. Thank you all so much for the support. The subscriber count, since I complained about last video, 98% of my viewers aren't subscribed. It went down to 97. So thank you. Next goal is 96, right? So if you're watching this video and you appreciate any of the content, it'd mean the world to me if you subscribed, liked, comment, help the algorithm out, help me out. It means the world to me. Have a great day, guys.